So today on Mr. Britfix we are going to take out this condenser. The reason why we know we have to do this is because, well, let's see, where do we have a opportunity for refrigerant? Right here. All right, so I'll show that to you here in a minute, in a second. By the way, I should have gloves on. Oh, apologize for the lawn mowing. We'll be right back until everything stops for a minute, or until it slows down, quiets down. But we do have to take this cap off, and I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to put the glove on, just because this is your AC system, and this one in particular, right there, down there, that is my Schrader valve, and I'm pressing it and there is nothing coming out. All right, so if you were to do a test on your AC system, and you had any kind of pressure, any kind of refrigerant in it, it would go. Well, the reason why we don't have AC is because of right here, that little nick into our condenser here in the front has caused the leak. Everything, no AC within this car. So what are we going to do? We're going to replace that entire front end condenser. The bumper was already off. Some of that has to do with just preference for my own self. That preference being that it's kind of in the way. First things first, we have to remove a bunch of nuts. I've removed this part already. Just put those back in. I've got these. This whole part is going to come up off of here. I'm going to take this off right now, so that way we can get this rod that's right here down the center of everything, get that off. I'm going to take these here. The reason why is so that way I can pull this away and pull this piece up and off. I might even take and put the horns just off to the side here, just for, you know, a bit. But we've got that. We have our new condenser right here. Look at that beautiful, nice, ready to go condenser. A little bit of leave me alone. Oh, well, that didn't work very well, but whatever. So we have all of these plugs. It's all nicely, you know, taken care of. This will be ready to go. That way I could vac down the system, and once I have vac down the system, then guess what we do? We then can vac it down, then charge it with refrigerant, which will be another video, another day possibly, all that kind of stuff. As you remember, we did some nice, you know, racy, you know, bracket to hold the battery in, because, you know, this is going to be like a fancy race Camry. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. I'm just pretending. But the idea is that we're going to get all this stuff off, and we'll get going. So just hold on a minute. I'm going to stop the recording, and then you'll see all the bits off of it. Then I'll show you a video of me pulling the radiator, not the radiator, the condenser off of the car. So, by the way, high side and I believe low side is another nodule right in around here somewhere. We'll find it. We'll put it all together. We'll get it right. It's somewhere in here, you know, somewhere over here. Maybe it's up there. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's up there. Low side, high side right there. Low side here. So when we set up, we'll have all that stuff. We've got a nice setup for this. So, yep, enjoy it. So we've taken all of our bolts off. I'm going to push this forward, back, and then I'm going to lift up, just like so. I might take off these so that way the horns are, I guess, less impediment to things. So took off our rail that goes all the way straight up and down here, and then now we've got this front part in, or taken out, which, yes, let's do the let's have fun and remove the bolts from the horn here. So let's see, what do we got? Probably a 13. And is that a 13? It's a 13, but no, remember, we've had different issues with this before. A 12 millimeter is the most appropriate one. Where do I have a 12 millimeter? Do I have one? Do I have it? No, I do not have a 12mm on me. So, because it's missing, it's supposed to be right there, but we, yeah, we've misplaced it. So I must go and find it. So yeah, enjoy. I guess looking at this for just a split second. All right, so let's remove the horns. You know, be careful though. You know, don't want to drop horns because then they'll go. Burr, 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 burr. Oh, well, there you are. I did do it. So, burr, 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 burr. Yeah. Didn't want to do that, but you know, it's just one of those things. All right. So I'm going to lay that one on the other side. I'm going to do that again over here. And now that is done. I'm going to screw that back in. The reason why is because let's just, you know, let them all hang out. So look, we've got our top off. There it is. Top. I put all my screws right back in. The reason why I do that is mainly because I'm on the street and yeah, I don't want to lose anything. So we'll put that down. And now we have our condenser. Now our condenser is held in by a few other bolts. Now the reason why is because this is the actual location. So I'm going to pull this off of here. This bolt, I don't know if it actually comes with the other kit that I have, but what we're going to do is we're going to grab it, pull it off, go for that. And sometimes they are hard to pry off. We also have a switch down here, and we're going to pull that off, easy peasy. And then we have our other bolt down here that I've removed. And so this should kind of just, you know, come off, do its thing. I think I have to try to figure out where to put you, all so that way you can see what I'm doing. There we are. So let's pry this back, and you want to be careful not to damage your existing line. There we are, that's off. And then let's pull this one off here, down here. I don't know if you can see all that. I hope you can. Just see if you can. Yeah, you see it all the way down there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And there is, we are released. We are away from everything. So I am going to just pull upward, and you have to be careful. You don't want to damage the radiator behind it. Alright. So there we are, a damaged condenser coil. And what do we do with damaged things? Well, we toss them because they're rubbish. It's rubbish right now. Look at that. Look at all that back here. That on the front, on the other side. Look at that. I mean, we just, it's a rubbish condenser. And look, we even have worse problems over here where it's kind of peeling away, pinched, pulled away, all that stuff. And of course, compare it to our nice, brand new, beautiful, what was that, TYC, made in China. You know, like most everything is made in China nowadays. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these bolts off of here, and then place this nicely and kindly and gently into the Camry. Yeah, just give me a minute here and we'll get that done. So just want to show you, see, it's nitrogen. Nitrogen pressure. You hear that? That tells you you have a new condenser and it's ready to go. So just, I felt like you should see that because it's fun, I guess. You know, just oh, and you get to listen to new music. So that I believe that's a rapper named Tizzy or something like that. I have no idea. You know, you never know anymore if the name is Tizzy or Tizzy G or you know, like Kenny G, but you know, just types of rappers you have. So you know, this is one of the issues, pitfalls of being out in the street, is you do get to hear me talk about everyone's choice of music, conversations they're having, lawnmowers, all those different types of things. You can just barely hear me sometimes, but you know, this is sacrifices you're gonna have to take to listen to me on Mr. Brutfix. So I'm gonna get this one off. So, all right, well, you don't need that obviously, so whatever. All right, so we have these little hooks as well, so they snap in. There's a little hold location for them. So I'm going to take this, and interestingly enough, here we go. I'm going to take this, I'm going to place this in there. There are some locations down below on this condenser. Well, for this condenser, that allow it to be put in place specifically for where we're going. So I'm just going to show you right here at the bottom. And so we caught on something. Oh, there we are. Oh, look at that. And so we're in. There's the bottom. There's the bottom. So we're good. We're clipped in. So this right here, this is really nice. You just get this lip on here if you can. About to hear a motorcycle, so enjoy motorcycle sounds. Nice one. There we are. So now my condenser's clipped in. I'm going to put a bolt on that. I have my bolt over here, so we'll also clip this one in. And there you are, and then I'll just screw that together. Oh, well, you know what we don't want to do? We don't want to put our wire, I guess when I say wire, I'm talking about our hood release mechanism in the way. So I put that out of the way. Alright. And there we are. So now she's placed in. And I'm going to take this one, put that there. I'm going to take this one, put that there, right there. So that way we're in place, and we're in place here. And then we're just going to take my bolt that's down here. And this is, you know, replacing condenser, of course. You know, this is just part one of the other part of the other thing, which is, so condensers are easy and all that junk, but you know, just putting them in and all that. But our big deal is going to be, all right, so getting it in there, and then it's done, and then our other issue is going to be really just, are we doing the right thing? Oh, and clever me, I've already messed up with not having my 10mm bolt, my 10mm ready to screw this back in. Switch it to on, and here we are. And then that's good and tight. So good and tight is essentially the right way to go. And then let's do this one. And ouchie, because I hit the sheet metal with my finger, and that kind of hurt a little bit, but you know, hey, I get hurt for you, the viewers. Then we have our wire, and she snaps right in, beautiful, right as rain. I have this to do. Let me get a ratchet. Tight spaces, you know, you gotta get to do this right. And then that is correct. Now I am missing one here, so I do need to find it. So give me a second. I might have dropped it as I, you know, did all this condensing fun stuff. So you know, we'll see where we go from that. Of course, I'll show you how I put everything back together and everything's good. We do know that we have a good radiator, we know all that. By the way, it says never open when hot. So if we do want to, we may put some radiator fluid, but look, she's there, she's right there. That just kind of tells you that you have radiator fluid. Also, don't, you know, put your glove in the radiator cap, you know, one of those situations. All right, so condenser's in, she's tight, she's good, she's ready. So it's time to put all the rest of this on, but let me go find that bolt, or I mean that nut, real quick. So I'll be right back. Right, so a top tip, so if you are taking parts off of a car and you're not going to put all the parts back on, find yourself a nice receptacle. This was made by Ziploc, by SC Johnson. It's a family company. So what you do is you put your parts in there. That way you have all the bits that you're supposed to need. So in this case, I already had this part off. Why? I have no idea. Why did I do that? I must have been, I don't know, maybe I had too much Coca-Cola that day. I don't know what was going on with me, but we are now ready to go with that. So and then you notice a little bit of I guess deformation here, but I think it's because we do have a little bit more of a gap. It's this piece that goes right here. When that piece gets put on, which we're about to do that, it will tie it together a little bit better. So you want to line up your bits here, that, and then a piece of plastic underneath. Let's make sure that we don't have that in the way. There we are. And so now that's all set, and then we will put this piece of plastic back on. She's got a little bit of a crack on her, but you know, hey, this is a good working setup. By the way, this is kind of nice, a little bit genius. Look at this. So this is the air intake, and then there's a trap. So what happens is this trap probably is full of bugs and whatever, maybe mice, maybe, you know, moose hair, whatever type of things that you stick in that you might hit with a car. People, no, there shouldn't be people in there. Shouldn't be people guts in there. That should be, don't do that. That's bad. So I don't know, but certain things could be in there. Bees, hopefully not bees, because they'd be flying out and stinging me or whatnot. But yeah, we're looking for just it's ingenious. You have traps. That means that the bugs don't go into the air intake, which is upward through this, and then into here, and then through here, and then over here, and then into the car. So that means that you have none of the big bad stuff going in, and none of that stuff gets trapped in here anymore, and that's fantastic. All right, so I'm going to put you down because I do believe I need two hands, and so that way I can get all this done. I'll adjust you a little bit here. And you get to see everyone driving by too. You get to see how, you know, this is kind of like a parade route all up in this hizzy. Alright, so those are just threaded in. Now we've got these other ones that have to be threaded in. At least threaded in. Let's see what happens. I've got my driver. I'm going to drive some of these. There we are. Let's get this one on. Alright, that's nice and tidy. This side is going to maybe be a little bit more of a bugger. But we're just going to push it into place and go. That went decently. Let's see if this one goes decently. Alright, so didn't quite like that. Did you hear all that? let's open that one up. Let's drive this one better. Alright, that's about as flat as it can be. That's good. And that one's in. So now, if you can see now I've got the top on. She's good. She's now secure. I've got a radiator secured. Of course, we want to put a bumper on. We want to put all these other items on, because why? If you don't do it, then I don't know, you know, crumpers will come and get you. I don't know, different things that you know, you can tell people, that's, you know, upsets people, I guess. So what we'll do is we'll put our horns on a little bit later, or just a second bit later. I think we need to get these parts on. I'm going to get this entire latch assembly. Oh, well, there we are. We lost a piece. Enjoy that. Enjoyable. And then we'll bring this into location. And then alright. Oh, come on now. Alright, so I do see something that's interesting with my car. So down here, you see there's a wrinkle. Alright, so I don't know that needs to happen. So what I'm going to do is, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some vice grips. I'm going to bang this into shape. That wrinkle I don't think is ever supposed to be there. I don't think I damaged it, but we'll take care of it right quick. Alright, so what we've got here is we're going to bend it back, tighten up your vice grips, well, we're going to do it this way. A little bit of twist, flatten here. Let's see, let's close these up a little bit more. And then you listen to the screaming, yes. So one of the things with vice grips that's beautiful is that when they snap, they kind of give you that nice little bit of, you feel like you've accomplished something. But these are the ultimate cheater of things don't work quite right, and you just need them to work. Right. May need some longer ones. Bend down. There we are. And then let's bend this as much as we can. There we are. Much more flat. Closer to what we want. I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. And so there we are, just a little bit of rotation in it to try to get it to flatten out. Of course, by the way, doing all this, and you the viewer do realise that there's a condenser I just replaced, and I'm making sure that I also don't make a mess of that condenser. So you all at home be very proud of me. I didn't do that. I didn't make a mess of it. So she's about as flat as she can be, about as good as she could be. That's what we're looking for. Let's move on to get back to where it was before. I'm going to take these two bolts that are common to the main here. I'm going to take those, put those in, because well, look at that. I dropped one again. I'm fumbly fingered today. Put that one in here, and then that's good. I'm going to put this down below because I believe that's what it's supposed to be. Drive a bolt here on this one side. Let's see. Let's see, where do we need to go with this one? Yeah, I'll just move you all over here so that way you can see me driving a bolt and all that stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but whatever. You know, just enjoy it. Enjoy where you're placed. You know, this is just part of, you know, part of all this. All right, come on, feet in there. You know, sometimes you have to think, you know, what did they do? How did they put this together at the factory? Because this is not as easy as it gets. But I also do believe that some of my problems are purely that I'm doing this after the car has been shaped and reshaped into what it is today. All right, that does not like me. Just trying to feed a bolt. There we go. One is in. That's nice. That's nice. Let's get another one. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that. Oh, I feel much better now. Let me get this one at the bottom. Alright, so now we've got that one, we have our last one to get, which is right here. This is the one that I'm going to do with a standard wrench, if it will go in. So let's go for it. Oh, well, never mind. That one's not going to go. So I'll just screw these in, and then that way we feel a sense of we've closed this out at least a little bit. All right. This one just needs some coaxing right here, and then this one here. All right, so it seems maybe we're lined up now, maybe we're not, maybe we are. Let's see what we got. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make it happen. Well, never mind. So, all right. So this, I'm right now I'm stripping the bolt. So things have not gone well. I may have, because I straightened out that part. I now have a possible situation where I've created a problem that I never wanted to have. So enjoy my sobness, my sobbing, my upsetness with myself as I've created a issue. Alright, well, let's put the horns back on. I'll work on this eventually. Everyone will, you know, cheer me on, I hope, eventually with what I'm doing. I have no idea. So this is our M12 bolt. It has to go in. Well, it won't go in. By the way, gloves are sometimes your friend, sometimes they aren't. In this case, I'm not really good with the gloves. So if you know a glove, rubber glove manufacturer of some sort that makes it to where they, you know, they feel like there's nothing on your hands at all, and you can feel everything. You know, just let me know. Let me know. All right. So those, they're in the dingly right now, but you know, there is another issue as well. So let me see what I can do. I'm thinking of all the different things I can do. So I might have a component part that I can use to lift this in an upward location, upward, you know, way. Who knows? All right, I'll figure that out. Be right back. All right, some forced, you know, forced aggression has allowed me to get this in there. By the way, that means that I had to undo these other bolts on this part just so I can get this going again, and we are nearly there. And we have put this part together, and I feel much better now. Now the whole thing is right. And then let's drive these other ones back in. Easy peasy. Oh, other way. Get this other one. Oh, there you are. You get to get a little bit of a shake there. There's another one done, and then let's see. Oh. And there we are. We have put together a condenser. All right. So next time around, we're going to do a vac down of the car, and then when the car is all vac down, we can charge it with R134. It does tell you right here. Oh, I just had my tool go off for you. So it says in the 8 all, so it tells you how many pounds you're supposed to put in. So R134, it says 1.32 pounds is the max. Min is 1.1. All right, so we're going to put all that done. Of course, it's also in French here, so if you do like refrigerant, sauce, halt, pocheton, und introduction, or whatever, so if you like all that, then you could read in French or you could read in English. They give you both ideas. All right, so what we'll do is we're going to do it in English, just because most everyone understands that. All this personne qualify, it's going to be French, and it's going to be certain places in Africa, and also, you know, that one little place in Canada called Quebec or whatnot. Yeah, they all speak French and they do all that now. But here we do English, so that's you know, next time, I guess. So I've had to take a quick trip to London real quick. So we travelled it, and we're here. Fingers crossed. You know, just one of those things. Yeah. So you got the pram rentals and all that stuff going on. So yeah, back on that. So get your prams. You know, if you need any prams, you go get them. That's what you do. You know, get 1 or 2 prams, 3 prams, no prams.